Now this is all allegedly. I can't really get into the information about this right now, but now they're trying to make it seem like they didn't announce that Tyson Fury and Usyk will be fighting in December. Now we got promoters saying, well, Usyk promoters saying, well, if the fighter's not willing to fight, can't make a fight. Like, what? Bro, I already knew y'all was gonna do this. Tyson Fury's not gonna fight in December? Turn around and fight in December. After y'all said he just was in a boxing match that he didn't take serious. I don't know how serious he take it. At this point, I don't really care. Because y'all sitting around saying he's good enough to turn around and fight. Before the fight, y'all was saying he could have an exhibition there. He could turn around and fight Usyk. Now he ain't good enough to do it. Now he ain't good enough. Where's all these guys that say he was good enough to do these things? Like I said the other day, Canelo doesn't even do exhibitions. And Canelo's more active than he is. All of a sudden, he's going to turn around and fight in December. I hope they got that promotion. That promotion they was using saying, Ngannou, you know, he's better than what Wilder is. And then, in some people's eyes, they feel like he is now. Then they say, well, in this case, Fury, he's going to turn around and fight Usyk. I don't know no person who's going to turn around and do that. Fight one guy and then turn around and fight another guy. And what, about like 2-3 months span? What? Then he turns around. Now you're hearing people saying, well, he's not willing to fight. A man who, so y'all basically said that he was contracted. The fight was basically a contract because y'all announced it like the handshake agreement or just the word that was spoken was, and it's all allegedly, I can't really, but I'm just saying, they saying that the handshake agreement, they acting like it was done and set in stone. Now they acting like, well, he's not contractually obligated. Wow. So he hasn't signed to fight anything, right? Why y'all announcing fights, man? They did this before, man. They announced a Joshua fight, Wilder fight. They announced Boo Boo Andrade, BJ Saunders, Billy Joe Saunders. A whole bunch of fights like this, and we ain't never seen these fights. Well, we seen the Wilder fight. Well, not with Anthony Joshua, no. But then the Tyson Fury and Joshua, they was supposed to act like they was gonna fight each other. That fight was announced. Man, they acting like this dude is gonna turn around and fight. Now they're acting like he don't have no opponents on the list. Who's the option? Every time he fight, he get another option. But for some reason, now they don't know if he's gonna be going to. He's contractually obligated. Now I know if I had a contract with somebody over there, and I owed them something, or I was supposed to do something, I bet they'd have me in court. I bet they would. They would sit up there and be like, well, you're supposed to, you're contractually obligated to do this. But all of a sudden, now he ain't signed nothing. Okay, man. All right. So what the excuse gonna be? Did he not sign nothing or did he sign something? Now we don't know because they saying they can't make him fight. I'll make sure he won't have another fight. He can't get out of no fight contract I signed. Man, they ain't trying to make that fight happen. They being nice about it. See, when people had to make Wilder jump through hoops to get the Fury 3 the fight done, then when he does it, people act like, well, yeah, he ain't want to fight. Like, come on, man. We know when people want to fight and when they don't want to fight. If we're gonna act like we don't know that, then we can just act like it. But right now, I for sure know who's willing to take a fight or who's not. And at this time, he's not someone who's willing to take the fight at this time. Which is okay. I mean, he wanted to do certain things as far as with the fight, the Usyk. With Ngannou. And I don't see any problem with it. I have no problem with him trying to want to do a fight with Ngannou. Quick instead of trying to do other things at this time. He can do what he needs to. Nobody had a problem with him fighting Ngannou. He's the heavyweight champ of the world. Why would anybody have a problem with him fighting anybody? He's the heavyweight champion of the world. Nobody had a problem with it. Now they're like, oh, we want the Usyk fight back. Man, he could have fought Usyk a year ago. 2 years ago, he could have fought Usyk. Now it's a problem? I don't understand this. Because I don't even know if the fans want the fight. Because, to be honest, when he wasn't really busy like that, they wasn't even asking for the fight for real. They weren't asking for that fight. They're not asking for the Bivol fight. Really, people want to see it, real boxing fans. But these guys who just jump on bandwagons all the time, they don't want to see Tyson Fury fight Usyk. They really don't. They don't feel like it'll be competitive right now. I don't know how competitive it is. Usyk's still an undersized guy when it comes to Fury. People act like Usyk is 6'7", 300 pounds. Usyk's not tall like Wilder. He's a wide man. He's a big guy. He's bigger than the average man for sure. But let's not act like he's not undersized to Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua's smaller than Fury. Come on, man. He's still an undersized guy. Get in there with him and show him you saying he's... But, man, I'm not even going to say get in there and do all this because I know he's not going to fight him. It's not the fact of if Fury wants to fight him or doesn't want to fight him. It's the fact that people don't want to really hold him accountable to even make him fight. He had to look like this against Ngannou for him to get pressure to fight Usyk. That's why I'm like, hold on, man. Let me quit doing everybody else's job. It's not my job to get Tyson Fury in the ring. If he don't want to get in there, he ain't got to get in there. How about that? We done made the rules. We done made that the rules, and that's how it's going to go. So he doesn't have to get in the ring in my eyes. If he doesn't want to get in there, he doesn't have to get in there. That's what's been the criteria. That's what's been the criteria. We want to let him run down the heavyweight division and let fights that's supposed to happen 2 or 3 years ago and let those fights just linger on. I mean, okay. Tyson Fury bigger than the heavyweight division. He's bigger than boxing. What a great investment. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna sit up here and sugarcoat it, man. I'm not sugarcoating. His resume is not to the point where he's sitting around looking like he's Evander Holyfield. Bro, beating Deontay Wilder gets you a lot of credit. If I had a Deontay Wilder win, wow. Could y'all imagine? Man, I'd be bigger than Floyd right now. If I had a win of a Wilder, man, I need one of those. That's what one win does for you. I need a win over Wilder. I need a win. I need a win over Wilder. Got to. I got to get to the status Tyson Fury is at. Ain't no way. No way you get this big doing this. This man bigger than the sport, man. I don't even know Mike Tyson could have did stuff like this. Mike Tyson he's still big now though. He's still a big attraction. He's bigger than about every boxer now right now still. So that's not even a conclusion. But what I'm saying is, what are we doing about this Tyson Fury thing? Are we gonna hold this man accountable? He has a lot of things he's doing right now, and I feel like people aren't really tapping into the business side of things. That's why I gotta go through everything. Of course, am I gonna look like the bad guy? Of course I am. Of course. But sometimes you gotta look like that at the end. They'll be like, oh man, I didn't know so-and-so was trying to help us out. Sometimes you gotta look very bad or go out bad for people to be like, oh, I value what that man was saying. Too bad I can't find out where his YouTube channel is. His name was so-and-so. I don't know what it was. I guess I'll go on to somewhere else. That's what's gonna go on. That's how y'all do it, boxers, anybody. Come on, man. Y'all act like y'all value what's really going on. Like I said, man, y'all need to value y'all time. Usyk, he ain't. And the thing about Usyk is, and this was my thing about Usyk. This was why I can support Tim Tszyu and not get no backlash as a bandwagoner. Let me tell you why. The stuff that I asked Usyk to do 2 or 3 years ago, Tim Tszyu's doing now. Tim Tszyu's doing it now. Tim Tszyu got guys that been waiting on a fight with Charlo longer than him. And guess what Tim Tszyu was doing? Fighting everybody in his division. Oh, you don't want to fight me? I'm going to clean out this division. You ain't going to have nobody to fight. So you can say, oh, I'll fight Ocampo. I beat him already. What's next? I'm finna clean out this whole division. You ain't finna fight nobody. Because in a minute, promotional teams gonna say, hey, man, y'all need to fight Tim Tszyu because we ain't got no fighters left. Y'all bringing all our value down. Giving Tim Tszyu all the opportunity to clean the division out. But nah, Usyk ain't want to do that. That's why I'm like, man, Usyk, come on, man. You ain't even asking for the fight. You supposed to be asking for the fight. I picked you to beat Joshua the first time when everybody was like, oh, he looked bad against Chisora. He looked bad. Yeah, that wasn't too long ago. I remember that. I remember you fair weather fans, you fake Usyk fans, saying he looked bad for fighting him. How would he look bad for fighting him? And he wasn't even at that weight class. Talking about the way he fought. Man, did he get the win or not? See, people be, man, see, they want to hop around and whatever they feel like saying, that's what they gonna go with. It's not even funny anymore. But I definitely need to see what the results are gonna be because Ngannou, he's not getting any kind of opportunities thrown at him in a way. I know that Eddie Hearn's talking about Anthony Joshua, and Wilder's been trying to make a fight with Ngannou, but there's a lot of things going on that's not really concrete. It's not gonna help boxing. Though we don't know for sure what guy is gonna get a certain opportunity, but Fury needs to make a decision quick because he's been holding on to those belts too long. But that's all I got. Like and subscribe.